voice, Namakal, and IT students here for this webinar. Good morning to all. I'm more grateful to welcome you all to this webinar. Firstly, I would like to thank our HOD for organizing the guest lecture on cybersecurity and applications for the benefit of the students. This informative seminar will not only guide us all, but also educate us regarding a very variety of things pertaining to cybersecurity. We are surely grateful for this prospect. On behalf of the IT department, again, I would like to welcome you one and all present here. Thank you.
Okay, welcome you all. Can you see my screens? Just a minute. Okay, fine. First of all, I would like to convey my thanks to Alamein Engineering College for making me this wonderful opportunity, and I'm really proud to be here to present my webinar with you on all. Okay, let's begin with our webinar now. Okay, before getting into webinar, one second. Am I audible to you all? Just- Is it audible or not? Can anyone reply that? Anyone just unmute and tell me whether it is audible or not. Yes, of course. Shall we proceed? Students, shall
Yes,
we?
ma'am.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Okay, before getting into that, I would like to share some information about what is cyberspace and what are the things are carried over cyberspace and what is called cyber attack here. Okay, so what is cyberspace? Cyberspace is a virtual space in which we are interacting with each other. So, for example, if you have one user sends an email to another user, that email transfer via cyberspace only. Nowadays, we have been using social engineering apps like Twitter, Facebook, Insta, right? So these apps are running on cyberspace only. No, I hope many of them may be users of PUBG games, or many of them may have heard about this, what is PUBG, right? So in PUBG, one players interact with other players virtually to the cyberspace. So we can conclude that cyberspace is a space in which we are interacting virtual object. Okay. So go on to the next slide. Next is what is cyber attack? Okay, nowadays you can see criminal interceptor towards cyberspace because it is very easier to commit a crime on cyberspace instead of real time. So they can, that means hacker can insert a cyber attack, that is digital attack on the victim space, so that they can steal, corrupt, manipulate the data that is on the victim space. So these are activities are called cyber attack. Next is cyber security. So what does mean security? Security means we are protecting something, right? So cyber security means we are protecting our cyberspace from hacking. So in kind of protecting means we can protect our system, networks, programs, or software. Everything can be included in security. Okay. So today in this webinar, we are going to see these three topics. First is cyber kill chain concepts and information security controls. Another is information security laws and standards. So let's see one by one deeply. So what is cyber kill chain concept? You can see that from that concept itself, suppose a hacker want to do a hacking on the victim space, he will follow these following these steps in order to conduct an attack or insert an attack on the victim space. So these each stage has very important. So from this each stage, we can also have an opportunity to detect or react to one particular attack. Okay. So first phase is reconnaissance. Just I will say some overall summarization of what's going on each stage. So in reconnaissance stage, first hacker will do a research. Then based on the research, he will fix a target. That is who is the enemy. Second is a weaponization. So weaponization means he will create a weapon. Weapon means is a malicious software, not a gun or bullet or bomb. So and that delivery means the weapon have been delivered to that user space, that is victim space. After that, it will be exploited, that is triggered. After that, that malware have been installed on our user systems. Then after that, command and control to that hacker system. Hacker can command and take entire control of the hacker system. Finally, what is the objective he did hacking? He will implement all the objectives one by one. So these are the 7 steps are very important while doing a hacking. Okay. Okay, let's see 8 stages elaborately. First one is a research, right? So in that reconnaissance means hackers will do a lot of research by using his profile or social engineering as Facebook account. He will do a lot of information by gathering, collecting what the users like to do. So what are the his interests? So where does user usually go around? So these kind of details have been collected by the hacker. So based on that research, he will identify who is the enemy or who is the victim. So this is a way he will fix a target. Based on his requirement, he will fix a target. Okay. So once the target machine has been fixed in reconnaissance stage, he will do a hacking on that. That is mean he will focus on particular target mission. So consider this is you. So Black Hat is a hacker. He will do lot of research by using social engineering works. So he will do a research, then he will fix a target. He also identify what is the strength and weakness of victim. Okay, next slide. So you can see his name is of Anthrax. Anthrax is means Android plus Linux based framework. So you can see is a rootkit. I just installed this rootkit on my mobile. Is a hacker platform. Okay, so it has various tools. So you can see it has more than 50 tools for each and separate purpose. For offering is a ping destination. So each app has its own purpose. That's why it's designed. So based on this app, we can do a lot of research. Suppose I need to configure or track the what is a TCP IP packet that's forwarding on the network by using HPG. I will do that. I will do that research and investigate about every packets. Okay. Next is a better cap. So this is a module that works on Androx. So this is used to identify what are the proxies or servers that be running on our networks. So I see that any proxy, REST, server, see proxy, packet proxy. So what are the networks have been running on our IP? So you can see this is below row. You can see 26.64 is the IP address. On that particular IP, how many networks or integrators have been running presently? This is a screenshot of better caps. So in better cap is mainly used to identify man in middle attacks. So one of the hacking technology, some intruders may be present on network without our knowledge. This is called man in middle. So that person will able to capture what are the packets we have been forwarding and what are the packets from where to where is forwarding. So all the details have been collected by that particular persons. So we have used a better cap tool to identify what is currently working on our network. Okay. So let's see, this is a Katana door scanner. This scanner is particularly designed for Google search engine. So whenever you're searching something on Google search engine, you may identify, for example, I need to search a Python PDF in Google search engine. It will list out all the possible search criteria, right? So in that, some file may be access restricted, some may be password protected. We cannot gain access to all the files. But with the help of Katana doc scanner, we can gain access to the all the files that is listed in Google search engines. Even it is restrictor, password protector, or anyone. So whatever it may be, we can gain access and we can read, we can download whatever activity we can do with the help of Katana DOS scanner. Is a hacker platform. You can see that hacker platform. This is a main tool we are using for Katana DOS scanner. Okay. So it will list out what are the possible results. For example, here Python PDF, it will list the possible such related to the Python PDFs available on the Google search engine. Okay. So at the end, it will display done. Uh,
Ma'am,
yes.
Ma'am, not audible, ma'am.
It's not audible. Just a minute.
Yeah, it's not audible.
So when does it happen? Just a
Ma'am,
minute.
last 5 minutes.
Ma'am, why didn't share anyone these details? Just I will check that one bit. Now is my voice is audible to you all?
Yes, ma'am, audible.
Okay, fine. Where doesn't you from you doesn't hear anything? So where did it stop? I just know what is happened over. Just a minute, I will open. Is it okay to you all Katana dog scanner? Can anyone say, did you hear these
Yes,
what I heard discussed?
ma'am.
Is it okay? Yes, can you all?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
fine.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay, about this slide, do you have any doubts in that? Just tell me in
No
voice.
doubts, ma'am.
Okay, I will start presentation from this slide itself. If there is any interruption, kindly inform me, pa. Okay, at the end, it will.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, I will start now. At the end, it will delete that Google cookie files in order to delete those traces that how the hackers can access those details. So at the end, every Google Katana scanner will delete those cookies. Okay, this is called clearing traces. So after that, I will start. Please set a doc. In that doc, you can specify whatever command you want in order to search in Google Katana scanner. So with the help of scanner, it will identify what are the vulnerabilities are inside in each website. So that website we can access all those details. Okay. Next is a very important one. Who is also one of the framework in that for education purpose only. I have just gathered some information about your college website that is called alumni.ac.in. Right, is your website. So in that, I can cater what's your domain name, what's your domain ID, and who is the server. Server URL can be also traced. So when does it was updated, and when does it created, and what is the expiry date of your server. So some I just deactivate some information like what's your email, phone, because it's a privacy issue, right? So I couldn't share all those details with you all. Just for just a sample, how we can do a hacking by using who is module. Okay. Okay, next is weaponization stage. So in that weaponization means creating a piece of malware. I have already discussed with you, right? So piece of malware is a you can say is a malicious intent code, particularly designed to inject an attack. So based on previous research on reconnaissance space, malware have been created or modified with existing tools and that already exist in our cyberspace. Okay, so, in suppose a hackers want to do a spying on victim space, he will decide a weapon as a spyware. Some days he may need a adware. So adware means he will do a adware based weaponization. So weaponization is nothing but it's just a malware, creating a malware or designing a malware. Just close this door, please. Okay. Next is delivery. So in that delivery means once a weapon has been designed, it will be delivered to the victim space by using email attachment or USB drive or video embedded malicious intent. So various resources are there are email attachments also possible. So on various link can be sent to the email directly or attachment can be also done. So to this way, hackers can deliver these malicious weapon to the victim space. So, okay, in this space, the weapon has been delivered successfully to the user space. So once it's delivered, hacker can trigger that weapon, that trigger the piece of code that is exploited. By here, you can see is a SQL injection attack can be carried. So file can be uploaded, deleted. So this is called cross-site scripting. Okay, we will see what is those things in the upcoming slides. So this is exploitation is nothing but just triggering the malicious software on the victim space. Then only user can explain there is a attack some going on. Next phase is installation. Once the weapon is delivered, the hacker can install additional malware directly, that is a backdoor. To the backdoor, he can install on the victim system so that the victim's system can be aligned with hacker system. So hacker can take control over the entire victim space. He can gain access of entire keyboard, mouse. So whatever it may be, he can entire control can be gained by the hacker. Is it okay now? Okay. So in that, once these modules are installed, so the hackers can monitor everything, whatever happening on victim space. Okay, next is command and controls. So you can see it is a hacked system. That is the system hacked with malicious file. So hacker can access via this hacked system and gain access to the entire server. That is important servers. So that he can issue a command remotely to the access so that he can control the entire space by remotely by hacked system. Okay, so because these systems are connected in LAN with another system, with the help of this system he can control another system also. So this is called command and control. By issuing command remotely he can access the entire control. So action on objectives. So you can see at why did he make a hack. So based on the hacking objectives, he will start to implement every objectives one by one, so that he will fulfill the desire of hacking. Maybe money making or some information taking or deleting some informations, whatever it may be objectives, he will finish that actions. Next is secure. So these are the activities you can perform. That is, hackers can be performed while doing and hacking. So next one is security controls. So security controls are parameters that we are implementing in our space in order to protect our cyberspace, our tools, our programs, our software. Okay. So we have initially we have technical controls or administrative controls, physical controls. So security controls can be implemented in three ways in our space, that means user space. So first see about technical controls. So in technical controls we are protecting our space by technicals. So what are the technicals are available to protect ourselves means we can use antivirus software or firewall along with some proxy rules can be implemented to protect ourselves. And also we can use intrusion prevention system and intrusion detection systems. So these are technicals are available. Honeypot, have you all heard about the term honeypot? I hope nobody is sleeping, right? What is honeypot? Anybody heard about the term called honeypot? No one. I hope many of them are watching my webinar, right? Okay. Next is administrative control. So in that administrative control means hacker can as we can control who can access the important resource or who cannot access the important resource. Why we are restricting some access to the particular person, only granted access to the important persons and restricting others to gain access the important resource. So by we can implement either username, password, double step verifications. Like that way we can implement administrative control. In some organization they can also issue access restriction code. So who has the access code, they can access the floor particular resources like server room. So these are strategies are comes under administrative control. Next is the physical control. So of course we are implementing or protecting our room or server with the help of physical force by implementing lock and key. By and also we can provide fence over the fence over the room, entire room or entire space. And what are the physical? We can also appoint a security guard, that is called watchman. So these are the physical controls we can implement. That we can see in that picture. They have been using a biometric access. So this is the way we can control, we can prevent our hacking by using these kind of security controls. Okay. Okay. Let's move to the another slide. Now see, this is the essential aid because whenever we have been facing any threatening by the hacker, we must need to use these tasks in order to protect ourselves from the hacker. Okay, first is the application control. So what is application control? So we are protecting our applications. We can restrict whatever the application can access the important resources. So what other doesn't access the resources. So in that also we are restricting some applications. Okay, maybe we have unwanted application too, that may be a spyware. Okay, next is a patch application. So in patch application means if there is any vulnerability in application, that can be updated via patch application. So with the help of patch application, so what's happening now? So with the help of patch application, is it audible or any interruptions is there? Okay, shall I proceed? Okay, in patch applications, so we, what? Yes, ma'am. You want to say anything? Okay, right.
No, ma'am.
Yes, yes. What do you want? Shall I start now? Shall I continue that?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I think some noises are disturbing me in your side. That's why have been asking what's going on your side. Okay, let's begin with what we left. So patch applications, right? So in patch application, we are updating our applications regularly so that if there is any vulnerability in our application, it can be rectified. Okay. This is configure Microsoft Office macro setting, right? So sometimes we may need to download some software from recognize a resource, like suppose we want to download any software, we can use a official site like Microsoft or Google Play Store, like that. So we couldn't use any local websites in order to download a important softwares. This is user application or is the fourth level. In that means we need to make it stronger. That is hardened password. We couldn't use any weak password like 1234. We must use stronger password in order to protect our application. Stronger password means it could use either lowercase, uppercase, along with special symbols or digits. So so this stronger password is very higher, doesn't cracked by the hacker. So if suppose in case you may use a lower strong, sorry, called weak password, then it will be easily crackable. So I will display what's happened if you are using a weaker password in upcoming slides. So restrict administrative privilege, the fifth one. In that we have already discussed what are the administrative control, like username, password, two-step verifications. So those are coming under this stage. Okay, this is a patch operating system. We have already heard about updating our OS regularly. Sometimes some people can update weekly, monthly basis. So we must, whatever, we must update our operating system up to the date. So if there is any vulnerable in our previous patch, it will be repaired by itself. This is a multi-factor authentication. So what is multi-factor authentication means it's not appropriate to use single step authentication. Maybe it is very vulnerable to the hacker. So we must use a multi-factor. Either we must use a OTP or email authentications, like that we can use. Next is a daily backup. Of course, we must do a regular backup daily on daily basis. Okay, someone, suppose you can assume that a hacker can hack a YouTube channel. He may delete all those videos on that particular channel. So if there is a data loss, of course, so we must have a backup on our end, either it is a cloud or any drives, so that if there is any hacking or loss, we can still have our backup to make data availability. Okay, is it okay now? So these are the tasks can be performed in our end to protect ourselves. So we have to check these 8 criteria regular basis so that we can stand ourselves in this competitive cyber world. Okay. Next is security audit benefits. We can say that what is audit? No, how many of them have heard about the word called audit. So there is a few members called audit members. They can come to your company or organization in order to check whether you have been following the all the strategies or security laws are correct. Whether you've been following that strategy is adequate or not, or vulnerable to the hackers. So these efforts can be audited by the security audit members. So suppose you have been using any unwanted hardware or software, these also recognized it by those members, and they recommend to uninstall that hardware software. This also reduce the cost by uninstalling unwanted resources. Okay, so these are the tasks can be carried out by the security audit panel. Next is food printing is a very interesting topic. So suppose a hacker want to do a hacking. So first he will collect, suppose assume your name, maybe a person called Priya. He want to hacker want to know the details about Priya. Then he will get collect all those details about Priya. So what is her Facebook profile Insta. So wherever she's going, everything can be tracked. What are the things her likes. So highlights, dislikes, everything can be recognized or stored on the storage server. For example, that domain name, IP address, namespace, employee information, her phone number, her email address have been stored on the storage server, so that only hacker can make a decision. So it's a first space. It also comes under reconnaissance stage. So next is scanning and enumeration. These activities are carried on hacker space, not on victim space. First, he will do a reconnaissance. I already discussed what is reconnaissance. That is fixing a target by doing a research. After that, he will do a scanning for the vulnerabilities available on the victim space. Suppose a hacker found any vulnerabilities on the victim space, he will do a enumeration. That enumeration means he will send a request to that particular victim that you have been facing some issues on your side, so you need to fix before any hacking done on your side. So that request itself has a malicious intent, so that but that victims may not aware about his spam, so that he permitted to fix that vulnerabilities on his side. So through that hacker gaining access to that victim space, after that gaining access, he can maintain access, continuously collecting data, threading data, or deleting, modifying whatever details. So he can do all the activities by maintaining access. So once he steal all those data or change the data means, he will clear the traces. So the victims cannot aware about whether he hacked or not. So he will reset back everything back to its original position. This is called clearing traces. Then as finally reporting can be done. So these are the process can be carried under scanning and enumeration. Next, this is a vulnerability assessment life cycle. So these also happen at hacker side. So first is a creating baseline, right? So what is creating baseline? So what will hacker do? First he will create a malicious software, that is malware. So malware have been created are newly designed in that space. After that, vulnerability assessment second stage. So it means hacker can check the how vulnerable that malware to that victim, particular victim. So based on that vulnerability, he will do a assessment. So suppose what happen if that malware have been exploited? What happened? Is it okay? Okay. After that, risk. Sorry. Okay. Shall I continue? Okay. Listen here. So risk assessment in that hackers will analyze the risk of what he suppose what malware have been exploited. So what are the risks that the victim can exposure or face? So these are the assessment can be carried out. So after that he will do a remediation whether each risk has a remediation or not. That is remediation is nothing but is a solution. Okay, whether each risk can be have a solution or not is a called annotations. So he will do a verifications based on that each risk can be remediation. So these he will create a risk, and these risks can be delivered to the victim space. He also provide a solution for that risk. So these are the activities carried out vulnerability assessment lifecycle at the hacker side. So this is how our system have been hacked nowadays. I hope now all of you here at least know what is going on the cyberspace. Okay, I have said about malware, malicious piece, malicious code. So what is malware? Okay, See, we have variety of malwares, and because malware family have been evolving nowadays, it's very difficult to identify. Nowadays, we are moving on machine learning, deep learning in order to find out there is a malware or not. Okay, so it's a basic malware now we have nowadays. Okay, let's see one by one what is virus. So, virus we can see is a replicator or spread across a malicious code whenever a user clicks on it or activated. Okay, so worms. So worms are similar to the virus, but sorry, so worms are similar to the virus, but it transforms from one system to another system without any user activation because it is self-activated. Activator doesn't need any activation. But in case of virus, it is a self doesn't we need to activate ourselves. But in worm, it's a self-activator. We doesn't need any to perform anything. Okay. This is a Trojan horse. So Trojan horse means is kind of a malicious code only. It can, once it gained access into our system, it will convert all the files into encrypted files. So what does it mean encryption? So your original file can be converted, or that means the file contains some cybers. These cybers are transferred or shifted to make it encryption. So user cannot read a encrypted file. That means humans cannot read an encrypted file. So for doing encryption, a hacker may use his private key or public key. Okay, so by using his keys, he will do a encryption. So suppose a user want to use his own file, he cannot do that to open a file because it is encrypted by the hacker with the help of Trojan horse. So after that, a hacker may demand a money or may demand a Bitcoin in order to decrypt a file. Decrypt is a reverse process of encryption. So once the file have been decrypted with the help of keys that have been used for encryption, so users able to see that information back and back. So these are the activities are carried on Trojan horses. Okay. Next is a ransomware attack. So ransomware attack means so particular system have been tracked. So once a system have been located at the entire organization to that system, another system also aimed to launch a attack. This is called ransomware. So it is a diffuser software. So it looks like a legitimate and diffusible. Okay. Next is bot or botnets. So bot is called infected system or devices. Nowadays, you can see that fraudulent online reviews. In that, they can hack your system. So that system itself acts as an automated robotic botnets. For example, a user originally couldn't buy that particular product, but with the help of Fortnas, they can they can provide a fake reviews for that particular product bulk. Okay, so for example, in Corona pandemic period, World Health Organization also create a botnet on our WhatsApp, so to share public information to the WHO. So during corona pattern, this also happen. So these are the botnets. So it will do automated process. Next is spyware. So we cannot just a minute. So sorry, advert. So we cannot see advert in our system, but it will monitor whatever products we have been viewing through our online. So it will monitor our online activity based on activity what we have been looking on the e-commerce sites. So based on that, we will get a product recommendation. It's called advert. This is spyware. A similar happens. It monitor whatever happens on our system. Entire activities can be monitored as by suppose we are entering some information to banking sites or important credentials have been collected by the spyware. Yes, is root case. I can see root case very dangerous as like Trojans. So in root case, it can access to the root level, kernel level modification can be carried out by the root case. I have discussed right. Antros also a root case only. So Linux based software. Next, fileless malware. We can see fileless means as Julia said in movie இருக்கு ஆனா இல்ல. Same concept. First, user will get a file along with attachment. Unaware of the user may click that, may open that file. That software can be installed. Once it's installed on the system, it deleted it by itself alone. So you cannot trace that file again. It's called fileless malware. So once the activity finishes, it will clear its traces in fileless malware. Next is malvertising. For example, you have been watching any websites, you have been looking on websites, and that some websites, you may be some flashes have been popped on your websites. It will display some advertisement on that popping message. So while clicking on that, you will be redirected to the another site. Maybe under that, hacker may control a command server can be run behind that every flashing images. So you are directed to the hacker site to the malware I see. So these are the types of malware. Just these are the basic terms. Next is social engineering. So what is social engineering means? We are interacting with user. Sometimes a person may ask the user to share your information. Sometimes a user may get a fake call as like we are calling from bank. We need to verify your credit. Can you share your credit call along with PIN? So like kind of activities can be carried out hacker based on his personal interest. Some person may be interested on bike. Or bullet bike. So based on his interest, hacker may give a opportunity like I'm going to sell my bike for half of the rate. Can you interested? Then you can ping me. Just you can give your details. Then so that I will uh, I will do that further action. So like that kind of interactions are happening between hacker and user. So hacker directly interact with the user by using social engineering tool like Facebook, Instagram, mobile phone, email. So directly interacted with user and collecting all those details. This is called social engineering. Some person may be interested in doing chat with some females. So hackers may create fake female ID in that they can ping that particular person to collect all the details. So like that way, all those hacking can be carried. Is a trending one. So nowadays hackers mainly focused on social engineering tool to make an hacking. Next slide. Denial of service attack is a traditional attack. Nowadays, we have been facing with many other servers. So first, you can see server can handle only limited number of requests at a time. Suppose you can assume this server can handle only 20 requests at a time. But hacker, what do hacker mean? He will send more than 20 plus requests at a time to the target server. So that target server cannot provide a response to every request that what it does receive from the attacker. So in that hacker may use zombies. Zombies are nothing but this kind of system hacked system that is called robotic system. So it may use some unique IP address. It will send fake request to that. At the same time, it will send a fake request to the target server. So that target server bandwidth have been utilized by these attacker. So target server cannot perform his action. So it will be shut down slowly. So it is inaccessible to the other users on the internet. This is where traffic can be flooded by denial of service attack. Next is sniffing the network. Yeah, this is also called man in middle attack. So these are the systems that are connected to the LAN to the internet. So hackers comes under that between users and internet. He will with the help of sneakers by using NIC card he will identify what are the packets or transferring from user to that another person's so what is their IP address, what is the IP header, so what is the destination address, everything can be captured by the hacker. Next is types of session hijacking attacks. So in that we have four attacks like cross-site scripting, cookie hijacking, session fixation attack, brute force attack. Okay. So in cross-site scripting is kind of changing the environment that is a structure of a website. So hacker can penetrate to any of the website and change the structure or elements of the website. For example, we have a government army website, right? Suppose some hacker may penetrate into our army website if suppose he changed that our Indian flag into something funny images. Can you imagine how is vulnerable to us? We cannot tolerate this kind of behavior. So we must provide a solution. We must protect our website from this kind of cross-site scripting. Okay, because changing a blog is very vulnerable to our nation, right? So these kind of activities are carried on cross-site scripting. Next is cookie hijacking. Is focused on cookies that is saved on your browser. So based on that cookie, hackers may know what are the websites you have been visiting. So based on that, he will gather your information, your interest, your preference based on cookie. This is called cookie hijacking. So these cookie hijacking can be once he hacked all those information, he will sell those details to the some other company. They may utilize your interest. Based on that your interest, they can send some advert or advertisement to your site. So whatever you've been on that, you will get a relevant ad. This is called cookie hijacking. This is section fixation attack. This means suppose you are logging on your banking website or e-banking. So you maybe use your passwords while logging on. So that time you unavailability that particular session shifted to the another session. So that is hackers redirected. It means your session can be redirected unaware of you to the particular hacker sites. This is called session fixation attacks because they are spying on your system. So while entering your credentials, it may be redirected to the hacker site. So he will easily track whatever password you have been entered on the banking website. But you might think it is you have entered on the banking portal, but actually it happens on hacker sites. These are called session fixation. Next is brute force attacks. It's very vulnerable nowadays. We can see there's a brute force attack. So what does mean? Brute force means hacker may use various algorithm and decryption formulas in order to figure out what is the password. So into with the help of brute force attacker, hacker can able to track your passwords by using various algorithms and various possibility of combination of typing. So in that hacker may type various combination of your password in order to crack that. This is called brute force attack. For example, you can see a password, how user crack a password. So you can consider when you log in your Facebook account, you may enter your username and password, but you may think that username password have been stored on Facebook server as a table format, but actually doesn't. Each password doesn't start as it's like original. The password, what Facebook done means each password can be encrypted by using some hashing algorithm or AES, that is called. We have various algorithms for encryptions, data standards, encryption standards, advanced encryption standards, data encryption standards. So by using these standards and hashing algorithms, every password can be encrypted into unreadable format. For example, you can see E10ADC is a encrypted username or password. Okay, for this this is a user password. So your password can be encrypted. This password has been stored on Facebook server. Okay. So what hacker do means they will do a hacking and they get that stored hashed passwords. So with the help of password, they can regenerate a decryption format. That is, I will show you a demonstration. I will copy that password. So there is a website called crackstation.net. So it is a mainly used for cracking our online password. So in that you can see you can just paste that hash with it. Then you can click I'm not a robot. So you just click after that crack hashes. See, you will get your password. this code resembles 12345 is a password for this hashed data. Suppose our password has been matched with that hashed value, it will display in green. Exact match. Yellow means partial match. Red means not found. So based on that, the hacker easily crack our password. So for that only we need to use a stronger password, like not like a 124 kind of passwords. Okay. Let's see about firewalls and IPS ideas. Okay, in that IPS, you can see IPS means intrusion prevention system. What is IDS means intrusion detection system. It is placed before IPS have been placed before the firewall. So if there is any penetrator into our network, it will prevent other penetration in our network by using IPS, that is intrusion prevention system. So in case of IDS, it does not prevent other users into our network, but it will identify there is a penetrator users or illegal users in our network by using IDS devices. So these are implemented as a technical level control. So without IPS IDS, we only have a firewall as a solution. So it will monitor, filter all the packets that arrive to the internet. So we must use IPS IDS in order to protect ourselves from the hacking. Next is a very interesting topic. It's a honeypot. Okay, so from the pot itself, is a trap of loot for the hacker. So in that honeypot means it's a mechanism in which is used to analyze the pattern of hacking or behavior of hacking. So, for example, in a company or organization, they can compromise a system to make a honeypot. So that is vulnerable to the hacking. So they will do it compromisely to make a system vulnerable to the hacking. But a hacker doesn't aware about that it is as a honeypot. They may think it's just a vulnerable system. We can easily hack that particular system. So he will initiate a hacking on honeypot unawareably, so that from company side they will monitor how the hacker can enter into our organization, what are the strategies hacker can use to get into our network. So what are the patterns he have been following for hacking. So these strategies and what are the vulnerabilities we have nowadays. So these are used to fix his company. That means organization vulnerabilities have been fixed by using these strategies. So honeypot are mainly used to understand hacking pattern behavior. Based on that analysis, company can fix its vulnerability before hacking done. So you can see that in that picture, honeypot can be light before the firewall. So this is our network, our firewall located here. Before that, honeypot, we laid a honeypot here. So internet firewall, that is web servers, web firewall will be. So if there is any hacking on that network, it will be recorded everything on the honeypot. Based on that honeypot details, our network can be protected or strengthened. Next is application layer attack. You can see attacker can sorry. So attacker can access our database to the web server. You know that various application layer in OSI models, we have 7 OSI layers. So top of the layer is application control, right? So in that application, all our application can be running on that layer. If there is any hacking on that layer, it will be replicated on the all those applications. For example, so I have a Corel Draw software in my computer. Suppose a hacker hacked my Corel Draw software, then I doesn't aware about it. It's a hacked software. I may be copied to the pen drive and shifted to the another pen drive. Means the system also affected by that hacker. So this is a way they can doing the application layer attack can be carried out. So attacker first broken the firewall. After that, they get access to the web server. To the servers, the database can be easily accessed by a hacker. So this is a demonstration of how application layer hacking happen. So WAF means web application firewall. So first hacker can enter, that it can penetrate it between web server and that is firewall. web application firewall. He may penetrate a button server and firewall. Through that, he can control the database, gain access to the database. So this is how the web application can be hacked on the OSI model. Next is SQL injection attack. We commonly say SQLI. So you can see is very famous techniques and also very dangerous one for us. So because through that hacking technique, hacker gain access to a database, entire database, and they may be administrator. How is vulnerable? We cannot imagine a hacker to be administrator for us. First, he will create a malicious SQL query. To that query, he will first he will create that can be applied to the some websites. Okay, so that website cannot avoid is a malicious intent, or also that query can be validated or executed by the database, so that he can gain access to that particular database and act as admin, so he can delete, view, so whatever details he need, he will do all those activities by, because he has a granted as an administrator, so he can do whatever want he want. Sorry. So he will do whatever activities he need, he will implement all those activities on the database as an administrator rights. So it's very dangerous attack. So I hope many of them have heard about SQL. What is SQL? Structured Query Language. By using this, they can make a query. Okay. So wireless attack. So similar to Wi-Fi technology, with the help of Wi-Fi technology, hackers can actively or passively interact with our devices. For example, do you think, have you all remember that movie called Mangata? In that Premji use some devices for Wi-Fi devices in order to control traffic lights for 3 days. So that 3 days, the entire city traffic can be controlled by the Premji in that particular movie, right? So similar technology can also hacker can use in wireless attack. So to the wireless, he can control all the devices. Next, types of cyber attacks. We have already seen what is ransomware, malware, phishing as kind of email attack, email with attachment. We know what is SQL injection. TO is a distributed area of service. That's only source engineering also discussed. Cross-site scripting discussed, and man in middle attack also discussed. What is zero day exploit here? So zero day means consider a software has a company maybe launch a new software. Suppose that software has any vulnerabilities, it will be identify the hacker before the company do. So he will hack that software, and he will demand a money for that particular company. So within the launch, he will hack that software. Is called zero day exploit. Okay. This is cryptojacking, similar to cryptocurrency, crypto mining concepts are done. So in that we doesn't aware about, sometimes the hacker may hack our account and put money to the some numerical account, like some digits maybe have, but we cannot figure out where is the location of that account. Maybe it is switched continuously. We have already seen this kind of concept in one movie. They may demand their money, but that money, that account itself as a crypto jacking account. We cannot figure out where is currently. Maybe it is switching over the entire world. Okay. Okay. And then is advanced cyber security jobs. If you are well professional in cyber security, if you pick your cyber security as a domain, so you have lot of opportunity, because we already hear about IBM going to recruit more than 4 lakh people for this upcoming year, because we are focusing on digital. Everything can be converted on digital, right? So whenever everything is be treated as a digital, there is a vulnerability also increasing. So we must need to learn what is cyber security. We must be a professional. We need to get a certification, so we will have a good futures. While if you're a cyber security professional, these are the opportunities are available. So cryptography engineer, security engineer, malware analyst, architect, information security manager, chief information security officer, penetration tester. So lot of opportunities are waiting for us if we are a cyber security professional. Kindly utilize this chance and be grow with our cyber world, our cyberspace. So this is for your information. So what are the certification can you do for in order to get a certified professional. So Global Tech Council, EC Council is a government enterprise company. EC Council is a private body that offers certified ethical hacker, similar to Cisco. That is very famous one. We can also apply. CE has certification, so it's very very valued certificate. Okay. So for your example, I have listed some other certificate or security certifications related to the cyber security environment. So you're expert in that field, you have a bright futures, because nowadays we have a department called cyber security, IAML, IoT. We have been blooming in our field, right? So you can utilize that, because I know, I hope you're maybe a BTech students or CS students may be watching this webinar. So we can utilize it. Not matter whether we are CSE or IT background. We are in cyber world. We have maybe a certified professional or ethical hacker. What is it? I would like to say, what is ethical hacker? Suppose a hacker do illegally hacking is called normal. So we can do legally means legally protecting our attack from an hacker is called ethical hacking. So you can utilize a lot of certifications available. So just makes so you can utilize the chance to make a certified professional. Thank you all. If there is any question and answer, if there is any query, you can ask now.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Can I leave now? Hi, do you have any queries? Kindly feel free to ask me now. Is it
There
okay?
are any questions?
Yes.
Ma'am, left ആണ്.
What?
Okay.
Sorry, I couldn't.
Okay.
What you was talking?
Okay. Vote of thanks. I would like to thank our chief guest, Mrs. S. Kritiha, ma'am, for your please. For guidance in topic, I would like to extend gratitude to all present in the webinar for their efforts and contribution to make this webinar a great success. Thank you all.
Okay, thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.